In the yesterday's class, we started with the decreasing rate of growth method, and wherein, right, we have discussed what are the formulas that needs to be used and how the IP and RP values needs to be used, right? So that means in today's class, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to determine the population for the year 2019, okay, and 2000, let us say 25, by decreasing rate of growth method. Okay, yesterday what we have done, we are exactly considered 10 years interval. Okay, so from 1990 to 2000, from 1990 to 2010, from 1990 to 2020, from 1990 to 2030. That means we had a, a difference of either 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and 40 years. Okay, we never discussed regarding this particular n value, number of decades in terms of 2.2, 2.3, right? Those things have not been dealt. So in this class, I would like to cover that particular point because it is not given in your textbook as well. So that is the reason why I would like to go for it. Now, before going for it, now we need to understand what we need to determine. That means we need to determine the increase in the population from one decade to the next decade. That is the first requirement. Okay. What is the second requirement? Hello. Any one of you can just tell me so that I'll get to know that you have followed something.
Percentage increase.
Yeah, percentage increase. Okay. Anything else? Anything else before I go for?
Decrease in percentage increase, sir.
Yes, decrease in, right, percentage increase. Now, can you calculate by yourself so that it will be just like a practice session for you people as well, and you are going to come across some doubts or difficulties that we can now address it in this particular class. So everybody should have paper, pen, calculator, and you should apply your mind. Hmm? Don't simply attend online lectures. Okay, get involved in this. You should understand the practical application of this particular method for the real life. How this can be used, right? So you just think about it. Okay. Now, those who have solved this particular solution for increase in population, you can just pay attention. Those who have not solved also, you can pay more attention. That means 2,09,000 is a population minus this one. I'll get it as 45,000. Okay, 2,74,000 minus 2,09,000. I'll get it as 65,000. 3,26,000 minus, right? It will be 52,000, and 3,99,000 minus 3,26,000, right? I'll be getting this. Okay, I'll just make it as bold so that it will be visible to everyone. Now, to calculate percentage increase in the population, what is that we should do? Anybody over there who can answer this question? How you will be calculating percentage increase? Hello?
Sir, 45,000 divided by 1,64,000 into 100.
Yes. Okay, we'll just keep the decimal places to maximum of 2. Will not go beyond that. 65,000.
2 lakh
So
9,000 into 100.
similarly, 52,000 divided by, I'll need to consider 2,74,000 and multiplied by 100. Similarly, I'll be going for 73,000 divided by 3,26,000 and multiplied by 100. I'll be getting this ones. So how to calculate this particular decrease in the percentage increase? Anybody? So first two rows,
27.44 minus 31.106.
20.
27.44 minus 31.10.
Why it is so? Why it is so? Because we are going for what? We are going for decreased rate of growth method. Actually, from one decade to the next decade, the population should have decreased. But what has happened now? It has, yeah. But what has happened now? It has increased. Now what happened here? This is equal to this minus this. Okay. Similarly, this minus this. Right. So now we'll go back to yesterday's problem here. Now what has happened here? It has increased or decreased? It has increased in the yesterday's problem, so we got minus sign. Okay, here also we considered, that means we got it the minus sign here. When we consider these two values, it has decreased, so it is positive sign. Okay, exactly reversal of your incrementally increase. Right. Now what is the value I'm going to get here? Hello. Total I should consider. What will be the total value? Am I correct? Hello. 3.66, 3.6 I'll be adding because they are with the minus sign, and 12.12 is with the plus sign. When I add, I'll be getting it as 4.86. That means I added how many terms? 3 terms. I'll be dividing it by 3. So that means I'll be getting it as 1.62. Okay. Now in the yesterday's problem, what we got? See, we got it as how much? We got it as, see here, 0.1. Okay, so that means we'll be considering it for the, so in this case we have got it as 1.62. Okay, so here we got it as 0.1. That means the value that is 0.1 divided by again 3, that means 0.03, right? So when we compare 0.03 and 1.62, it is on the much higher side. Okay, fine. Now you need to find out the population for the year 2019 and 2025. How you are going to go for this? Hello? Anybody there? Can anybody try the answer? So first thing is you should go for, hello, 2011. Then I'll calculate 2019. Using 2011 population, I'll go for 2021. Then I'll go for 2025. Am I clear? Any doubt there? Okay. Now what is the P naught value here? What is the P naught value? The P naught value is how much? 3,99,600. Okay. See, we'll just go back to the previous one, right? So what we have done here? We were asked to find out the population in the year 2000, 2010, 2020. For that, what we have done, 1990 as a base period we have considered, and the population corresponding to 1990 was P naught. then the percentage increase corresponding to this particular row, we considered it as RP naught. Okay, then IP value we considered it as 0.03, that we calculated. So in this particular case, what is the RP naught value? RP naught
22.58.
22.58. Okay, this is what you have got. And what about IP here? IP is
1.62.
1.62. Okay, that says percentage. This is percentage. So this is what you got it. What are the formulas we have used? Uh, we have used this particular formula. This is a formula we are using it. Using this, can you calculate, because this is n is equal to what, how much it is? 1. Okay, you are calculating it for this. Fine. Now can you calculate this? Hello, P naught value we know, that is P naught value is, okay, 3 lakh. Okay, somewhere I'll just write it. This is 22.58 because I'll be making use of this in the formula. Now let us calculate this value. This is equal to, right, P naught is 3,99,600 multiplied by, into the bracket, what I need to consider? I need to consider 1 plus, right, again I'll be considering it in the bracket. RP naught value is how much? 22.58 minus of 1.62, correct, divided by 100. Okay, I'll be getting the value as 4,83,353. Have you got the same value there? Hello,
Yes, sir.
have you used the same formula? P1 is equal to P naught multiplied by 1 plus RP naught minus IP divided by 100, bracket complete. And where P naught is 3,99,600, RP naught value is 22.58% and IP value is 1.62%. Have you used the same formula? Okay, let us go to the next one. What is the second formula we have? We have second formula as P2 is equal to, right? Okay, now in this case it is not exactly P2 because it's not n equal to 2. What is the n value here? N is equal to how much it is? Hello, 2
1.8.
1.8. That means you are not calculating P2 here. Okay, now again I need to write the equation in this. If I have that, it's better. No, it's not. P 1.8 and I'll be making use of P1 only. Okay, and okay, so I'll be considering IP value how much it is. Now we'll decide that. Okay, I'll just consider IP, and IP value I need to correspond, it should correspond to, I'll just take it as IP 1.8 only. That is better. Okay, now what will happen to p value now? I cannot consider p naught value now. I should consider which value? That is 4,83,353. That is the value I will be considering. Okay. What about RP1 value? RP1 value is how much? Hello? Hello? Can anybody tell me RP value? It is
Sir,
22.58.
20.9.
22.58 minus
1.62.
1.62. Okay, that means I'll just write RP value. I'll just make the heading as RP. RP value. What about IP value here? How much I should deduct? Hello? Hello? Can anybody tell me from RP1 value, okay, how much percentage of decrease in percentage increase should be deducted? Okay, let me ask. Now, let me ask you, if I am predicting it for, let us say, 2000, okay, instead of 19, if I am predicting it for 2012, that means 2012 means how much? 2012 minus, okay, 2011. How many years? 1 year. Decade means how much? 1 divided by 10. That means it is 0.1. Am I correct? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Ah. Now, what is the difference between 2011 and 2019? What is the difference between 2011 and 2019? Arey, come on, yaar.
8 years.
8 years
Point eight.
means how many decades it
Yes,
is?
sir.
How many
Point
decades it is?
0.8.
0.8. Correct.
8.
That means what I need to do is, this is nothing but 1.62 star 0.8. That means I'm going to get it as 1.29. Okay, you can take it as 1.3. Okay, okay, you can consider it as 1.3. Okay, that means how I have calculated it? IP value. Okay, how I have calculated 1.62. Okay, is the percentage multiplied by how much? 0.8. Okay, that you are going to get it as 1.3. Am I correct there? Hello? Is there any confusion?
No, sir.
Why I have not considered 1.62%? Why I am considering 1.3%? Nikhil, what is the reason? See,
Sir,
this problem is not solved in your textbook. Please understand. So I want you to pay attention for this particular solution. You can find it in, you can start searching in your textbook. You won't get the solution. Whatever the solution right now I am going for, you won't get this solution. They have considered all the problems with n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4. Like this they have done. Either it might be for arithmetic increase method, geometric increase method, or your incrementally increase method, or decrease rate of growth method, whatever it is. So you please see that you are going to pay more attention, and you have to ask me the question, why you have done like this? Why you have multiplied 1.62 by 0.8? Why not 1.62? Okay, the reason is the difference between 2011 and 2019 is not 1 decade, it is 0.8 decade. That's why I'm multiplying with 0.8. Okay. Now can you calculate the value of this? Which P naught value I should consider? That is 4,83,353 of previous decade multiplied by 1 plus, okay, RP. RP value is how much? Hello, it is 20.96 minus, what is the value of this?
1.3.
1.3, okay, divided by 100. Okay, you are going to get the answer for 2019 as 5,78,360. Now, okay, now you have to find out the population for the year 2021. Number of decades is how much? Between 2000 and 2021, it is 20 years. Number of decades will be 2. Okay, which population I should consider now? This is P1. Okay, this is P. How much it is? 1.8. Sorry, calculating P1, correct. This is again, I'll be calculating for P2. Okay.
19.3, sir.
Huh?
19.3.
19.34.
Why? Array, try to understand.
It is the same, sir. 20.96.
Yes. Why? See, I have calculated RP naught value here. Okay, RP naught value is how much? 22.58. This applies after 1 decade. Okay, this applies to the population after 1 decade if you are calculating. Okay, this is N2, that is you are calculating the population for the year 2021. That means the previous decade, what was the percentage growth? It was how much? Hello? Then I need to consider what? 22.58 minus 1.62. Am I correct? So this is nothing but 22.58 minus 1.62. I'll get it as 20.96. See, for the previous one, this is not n equal to 2. Okay, you are giving the solution for the year 2019. That's why you cannot find the value of 2019 directly. So what we have done? We have considered 2011. Okay, because 2019 is a year which comes in between, right? 2011 and 2021. That's why first we have determined the population for the year 2011 as 4,83,353, which will act like a P1 value, okay, for the year 2019, and IP value is going to be 22.58 minus 1.62. We are going to get 20.96, and IP value for determining the population in the year 2019 will be 1.62 multiplied by 0.8, because the number of decades that will be calculated between 2011 and 2019 will be 2019 minus 2011 divided by 10. So we'll get it as 0.8. 0.8 multiplied by 1.62. Now what will happen? Okay, since you are calculating the population for the year 2021, but the population for the year 2021 is not asked, but you have to determine, because the 2025 population lies between 2021 and 2031. That means we have to determine first 2021 population. For determining 2021 population, the P1, that is the population that is forecasted for the year 2011, has to be considered here. So that we have determined it as 4,83,353. Okay, because this 2021 is having exactly 1 decade difference. Okay, 2021 is having exactly 1 decade difference between 2011 and 2021. So that means the population corresponding to 2011 will act like a P1 value. Okay, and the RP value will be RP naught minus 1.62, that is 22.58 minus 1.62. Okay, you are going to get the RP1 value here. So that means you got the RP1 value here. Okay, now once you have done that, what about IP value now? IP value will be how much now? It will be 1.
1.62.
Why 1.62? Because the
Number of decades one, sir, may
difference
depends.
between 2011 and 2021 is exactly 10 years, and that means it will be 1 decade. For one full decade, the IP value is 1.62. For 8 years, it will be zero point 0.8 multiplied by 1.62. That's why you got it as 1.3 in the previous case. Am I clear there? Hello? Am I clear? Now, how I will be calculating P2 value here? That is number of decades. Okay, that is n equal to 2. That means P2 is equal to P1 multiplied by, right, 1 plus RP1 minus IP by 100. Okay, that means I'll be considering 4,83,353 as P1 value multiplied by 1 plus, okay, what is the RP1 value? RP1 value is 20.96 minus, okay, we have 1.62 here, right, divided by 100. We are going to get the population after 2 decades by decrease rate of growth method as 5,76,810. Okay. Now, why I have calculated 2021 population? Because 2025 comes after 2021, and again, right, I have to have the previous decadal population here. That means here n value is how much? 2025 and 2011. What is the n value? Anybody there?
2.4.
Ashish, are you there? Uttur. So 2025 minus 2011, how many years we are going to have? 24 divided by 10, that means we are going to have how much? 2.4. Am I right? Is there any confusion in calculating the number of decades? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay, what will be the population that I need to consider here? Hello?
5,76,000.
I need to consider
That is
which population?
P2.
I need to consider P2 population, that is 5 lakh 76,810. Okay, what will be the IP value now? Sorry, RP value.
19.34.
Hmm? This is equal to,
9.
okay, this whatever the value I got, correct, minus 1.62, that means 19.34. What about IP value now? IP value is how much?
3.8.
How 3.8, Baba? It cannot increase more than 1.62%. Now we have how many number of years difference between 2021 and 2025? Hello?
0.4, sir.
4 years. That means in terms of decades it is going to be divided by 10. That means we are going to have zero point 0.4. 0.4 multiplied by 1.62. Right? That means I am going to get it as how much?
0.648.
S is equal to this star. Okay, zero point 0.64. Okay, so let us say 0.65. Right? That means IP value, how I will be calculating this? IP is equal to, okay, let me write down this, okay, 2000, because everyone will not follow this, minus, okay, 2021 divided by 10. Okay, that means this is 1.62 multiplied by, okay, so that's why you will get it as 0.65. Is there any doubt there? Hello? Now what I need to do is I need to calculate P 2.4. That means I will be writing it as, let's write IPR. Okay, that is different from others. Or you can write IP 2.4 only. IP it is zero point 0.4. Yes, you are multiplying IP value with zero point 0.4. Right? So you get this. How to calculate this? This is equal to, how I am calculating? I'll be considering P2 value multiplied by, right, 1 plus, am I correct? Okay, 19.34 minus, it is 0.65 divided by 100. Let us say you have been asked to find out 2031 as well. Now can you do that? This is a value that is required. So can you calculate it for 2031? Hello? That is n value will be equal to 3. Now which value I should consider for calculating 2031 population? I need to consider the forecasted population of P2. It is how much? 5,76,810. What will happen to value of RP? It will be how much? 20.96. Okay, 20.96 minus of 1.62, that is 19.34. Now what will happen to IP value here? IP value will be how much? Hello? Hello? What will happen to IP value? It will be
1.62.
1.62.
why? Because the number of decades between 2021 and 2031 is 1. That means 1 multiplied by 1.62 is 1.62. Okay. So that is the reason why we are going for it. Now use the formula. That is P3 now. That is the width of this, height of this cell. So it is P3 now. P3 is equal to P2 multiplied by in bracket 1 plus RP2 minus IP divided by 100 bracket complete. That means this is equal to, what is the forecasted value of previous decade? It is 5,76,810 star, right? Fine. 1 plus RP value is 19.34 minus 1.62, right? Divided by 100. I'm going to get it as 6,78,988. So these were the questions that were being asked. If anybody is having any doubt or a question, right, you are free to ask. You can take the screenshot of this. Okay. So just to give brief introduction, right, about me with this kind of work, right? I was associated with WHO projects, that is World Bank related projects, and Asian Development bank related projects between the year 2006 to 2000, right, 9. Okay, so for North Karnataka region, I used to work. One consultancy that I was associated was Global Consultants. Okay. Basically, the company is located in Goa, but they have got tie up in Bangalore. Then, after completion of my MTech, I joined to this SNC Levelan Span Consultants, wherein at that time they got seven major projects for North Karnataka. So I was a part of these projects at that time. And wherein we always used to go for population forecasting before going for estimation of either sewage quantity or waste of water quantity, I may say. If we were planning for water supply, the first thing that we used to do was we used to collect the population data from previous 4 to 5 decades, so that we can forecast it to the future. And the whatever the project we used to plan, we used to plan for the next generation, that is might be for 20 year or 30 years design period. What will be the population after 20 years? Okay, when we start planning the projects for the future, that means not only the present demands of the people will be met, but also for the future. Always we'll be designing the projects for the future, not for the present population. Okay, so that is the reason why this particular population forecasting has got its own importance. That means irrespective of which stream you are going to choose in the future, right? Either you may become transportation engineer or structural engineer or environmental engineer. Okay, so irrespective of discipline you are going to choose, you should see that you are going to fulfill the demands of the people who will be there in the future. Okay, once you start doing that, that means the present demands of the people will be met. Okay, so always we'll be planning for design period of 30 years, 20 years, 15 years, something like that. So again, I'll be dealing with this topic, that is design period. Okay, after completing your population forecasting and other topics. So I'll be dealing with that in detail. Okay, how to meet the demands for the future. Okay, so all those things I'll be considering. Now, is there any doubt in the mind with regard to the solution that I've given? Right now, what has happened now? Okay, I need to consider the population without any decimal place. Okay, so that means I'll consider it as 483. Okay, 353. That means okay, 483 353 53. So that means I'll just neglect it. 0.05 is there. Either you can consider 353 or 354. Okay, but when we will be designing for some practical purpose, it's better to consider one number more. Okay, that's what I can tell. Here also, instead of this, okay, I'll be going for 578. Okay, 361. Okay, so that means 578 361. That means I'll just go for this here. This will be 576 810. These are the final values, I may say. How much I'll get it here? 6, 8, 4, 5, 8, 8. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9. Okay, these are the final values. Okay, round off. Huh? Will be final forecasted population. Not done any magic here. I just seen that the population will be in whole number, not in terms of decimal place. Okay, now you are free to take the screenshot.